I think everyone has worries, individual worries about going to the doctor. But if you're deaf, hard of hearing person, then you're just faced with an extra barrier.
I found it really hard as a mum, because I like to talk, to not to be speaking in appointments, and I've had to really sort of sit on my hands, close my mouth, and I'll say, Lucy's got something to say.
Once you've done it once, you're like, oh, I went to the doctor's by myself. So you're more than confident to do it again. It depends how ill I am. If I'm like really ill and stuff, I have to take my mum and dad because they're worried about me. But if I've like just need to pick up prescriptions or just go to speak to, if I just need a checkup, like if I've got a bit of earache, just to like so he can give me antibiotics, I can go by myself.
We always encourage her to be independent, and we've, you know, for example, we encouraged her to do a bikeability so that she can ride her bike to get to places, and we know that she'll be safe. We've done a lot with her, making sure she's doubly safe across the roads, because obviously she doesn't hear the cards, then it becomes a danger. But she tends to walk everywhere and she'll go off and do her own thing, so we've encouraged her to go to appointments, make sure she checks in herself, speak to the people, because a lot of being deaf is about making sure that you can speak to other people and that your voice is heard, and we've always encouraged her to do this.
But I think it depends on the kind of individual you are, because I'm quite a loud, confident, bubbly, crazy person. Like, I'm like walking, I'm like, hey, I'm Lucy, I'm deaf. Like, I'm not nervous and I'm not shy of telling them, so that does help a lot.
But on the whole, if it was a general appointment, I would say to her before she went in, explain to me what you want out of it, what questions are you going to ask, so that she's got the scaffolding to be able to do it herself.
Our doctors are really good and they have a like self-check-in, and then the only bit I would struggle with is if the doctor didn't come out and get me, because they usually shout from around the corner, but if my doctor knows I'm in, he can walk in and get me, and then I get my attention and tell me it's my appointment. But once I'd done it, I was like, oh, I'm so glad I did that, because that's like the first step forward for me. And now I can like start booking my own appointments and everything. So it's definitely better once you've done it, once you've just got to find the courage and confidence to do it the first time.
We've always, since we moved to England, made sure that we had a speakerphone. And I remember when we first moved here, my mum and dad bought us the first one. It was 14 years ago. We were quite new then, and so they could speak to Lucy because she could never hear them on the phone, and we lived so far away. So they bought her a speakerphone, so she's always used speakerphone whenever she speaks to anyone on the phone, so that she knows she can hear everything that's going on. Otherwise, she struggles.
She actually phoned the audiology department last Friday to book herself in for new hearing aid moulds, and did that by herself, and went to audiology herself yesterday. So yeah, really good.
Turn it into a positive thing, because once you've done it once, you're like, oh, I went to the doctor's by myself. So you're more than confident to do it again.